95% of people will never build real wealth in their lifetime. That is not an opinion. That is data. And the reason is not that they are lazy, not that they are unlucky, and not that the system is impossible to beat. The reason is that no one ever showed them the map. Today, we are going to change that. Because there are exactly 3 levels of wealth. And once you understand what separates them, you will never think about money the same way again. Let us start with the numbers, because the numbers are shocking. According to the Federal Reserve Survey of Consumer Finances, the bottom 50% of Americans hold less than 2% of the total wealth in this country. The top 1% holds over 30%, and that gap is not closing, it is accelerating. 78% of working adults in the United States live paycheck to paycheck. Nearly half cannot cover a $400 emergency without going into debt. And only 3% of people ever reach what I call level 3, true financial freedom. So what is going wrong? And more importantly, what are the 3% doing differently? That is exactly what we are going to break down today, step by step. There are 3 distinct levels of wealth, and they are not just different amounts of money. They are completely different ways of living, thinking, and relating to money. Level 1 is survival mode, the treadmill. Level 2 is stability mode, the comfort trap. And level 3 is freedom mode, where money works for you. Most people are stuck at level 1 their entire lives. A smaller group reaches level 2 and believes they have made it. Almost no one reaches level 3. Not because it is impossible, but because they do not know what it actually requires. Let us go through each one in detail. Level 1. Survival mode, the treadmill. Level 1 is defined by one brutal equation. Income equals survival. Every single dollar you earn is immediately consumed. There is no buffer, no cushion, no breathing room. If you stop working, the money stops coming. And here is what makes level 1 so dangerous. It is not just a financial condition. It is a psychological one. When your brain is focused on survival every single day, it enters what researchers call scarcity mode. In scarcity mode, you make short-term decisions that feel completely rational in the moment, but that lock you deeper into the trap. You take the payday loan because you need the cash today. You skip investing because $200 feels like it will not make a difference. And the moment your income rises, your lifestyle rises with it, leaving you exactly where you started. The treadmill speeds up, but it never stops. 78% of adults are at level 1. And the saddest part? Most of them are working incredibly hard. The problem is not effort. The problem is the system they are operating inside. Here is the core principle that separates level 1 from everything above it. The secret to escaping level 1 is not earning more money. It is changing the relationship between your money and your time. Read that again. It is not about working harder. It is about building a different kind of machine. Level 2. Stability mode, the comfort trap. Level 2 looks like success from the outside. The salary is good. There is a retirement account. Vacations happen. The mortgage is manageable. But underneath that surface is a structure that is far more fragile than it appears. Because everything, absolutely everything, depends on one thing: you showing up. 6 months without a paycheck, and the entire structure collapses. Think about that. Level 2. People have upgraded the treadmill. It is more comfortable. It runs at a better speed. But it is still a treadmill. And here's the dangerous part. Level 2 creates an identity. People at level 2 feel successful. They feel responsible. They feel like they are doing the right things. And that feeling of doing the right things is exactly what keeps them from doing the different things required to reach level 3. There is lifestyle creep. The raises get matched by bigger cars and bigger houses. There is false security, a 401k that most financial planners quietly admit will not sustain 30 years of retirement at current savings rates. And there is the identity trap, being comfortable enough that radical change feels unnecessary. Comfort is the enemy of breakthrough. Now here is the chapter most financial videos skip entirely. Why do level 2 people almost never reach level 3? The bridge between stability and freedom is not more income. It is a fundamental rewiring of how you deploy capital. Level 2 people save 15% in a 401k and wait 30 years. They pay down the mortgage for equity. They buy index funds and call it investing. They define wealth by a net worth number, and they spend their raises on lifestyle upgrades. Level 3. People do something completely different. They build multiple streams of income simultaneously. They acquire cash-flowing assets before they upgrade their lifestyle. They think in decades, but act every single quarter. They define wealth not by a net worth number, but by monthly passive income. And they reinvest 100% of every income increase. Same salary. Completely different deployment. That is the gap. And it is not a small gap. It is a chasm. So what actually powers level 3? There is one number that matters above all others, and it is not your net worth. It is this ratio. Passive income divided by monthly expenses. When that ratio hits 1.0, you are financially free. Full stop. Not when you hit $1 million. Not when you hit 10 million. When your passive income covers your life. That is the finish line. And passive income comes from assets. Real estate where the tenant covers your mortgage and generates profit. A dividend portfolio where $500,000 at a 4% yield generates $20,000 a year without you lifting a finger. Digital products, a course, a book, a piece of software, built once and sold forever. Or equity in a business system that runs without requiring your daily presence. Every one of these is a machine that generates money while you sleep. And here is where time becomes the most powerful force in wealth building. $500 per month, invested consistently at a 10% average annual return, which is historically what the S&P 500 has delivered over long periods, starting at age 25. After 30 years, your total contributions are $180,000. Your actual portfolio? $1,130,000. That is not magic. That is compound interest. Einstein allegedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. The money you make in year 25 is not from work. It is from 30 years of your previous money making money. But here is the brutal flip side. The person who waits until age 35 to start, their portfolio at 55 is less than half the size. Every year you wait costs you far more than 1 year of contributions. Time is the one variable in wealth building that you absolutely cannot buy back. Level 3. Freedom mode. So what does level 3 actually look like? First, time sovereignty. At level 3, you own your calendar completely. Work becomes optional, not mandatory. Every hour is chosen, not sold. This is the most underrated form of wealth, and almost no one talks about it. Second, your money makes money. Your assets work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your portfolio does not take vacations. It does not call in sick. While you sleep, while you travel, while you spend time with your family, your assets are working. Third, anti-fragility. Level 3. People do not just survive economic downturns. They thrive in them. They have cash ready to buy assets at a discount when everyone else is panicking. Crises become opportunities when you have a cushion. And fourth, generational momentum. True level 3. Wealth does not just free you, it changes your family's trajectory permanently. First-generation wealth creates second-generation head starts. This is how wealth compounds across lifetimes, not just portfolios. Before we get to the roadmap, we need to talk about the mindset that underlies all 3 levels. Because you can give 2 people the exact same income, the exact same opportunities, and 10 years later, they will be in completely different places. The difference is how they think. The scarcity mindset says, I cannot afford it. The wealth mindset asks, how can I afford it? The scarcity mindset trades time for money. The wealth mindset builds systems to earn money. The scarcity mindset spends first and saves what is left. The wealth mindset invests first and spends what is left. The scarcity mindset sees a job as financial security. The wealth mindset builds diversified assets as security. The scarcity mindset avoids risk. The wealth mindset learns to manage and price risk. And most importantly, the scarcity mindset measures success by net worth as a status symbol. The wealth mindset measures success by monthly cash flow as a freedom metric. Same world, completely different lens. The lens determines the destination. So here is your concrete roadmap. 5 steps. Non-negotiable sequence. Step 1. Build an emergency fund. 3 to 6 months of living expenses in a liquid account. Do not skip this. Do not invest a single dollar until this is done. This is your exit from level 1 fragility. Step 2. Eliminate all high-interest debt. Credit cards at 22% annual interest are the opposite of investing. Every dollar paying down that debt is a guaranteed 22% return. Kill it before you build. Step 3. Automate investing at 20% or more of your income. Index funds, real estate, or a business. Pick your vehicle, but make it automatic. Remove the decision from your hands. Step 4. Build a second income stream. It does not need to be big at first. It needs to exist. A freelance skill, a digital product, a rental unit. Each stream you build reduces your dependency on the one you have. Step 5. Track the ratio. Passive income divided by monthly expenses. Watch it grow. Chase the ratio, not the number. When it hits 1, you are free. The 3 levels are not locked by birth. They are not locked by education or luck, or which country you were born in. They are determined by decisions, made consistently, over time. Most people never reach level 3 not because it is impossible, but because no one ever showed them the map. The information exists. The vehicles exist. The path is proven. The only question is whether you will decide to take it. Now you have the map. What you do with it is entirely up to you.